Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So most of this is actually things that I bought at a consignment store, and I got 3 things from Plato's Closet, but I do have actually I have a good amount of Goodwill finds to show you. The consignment store stuff is better, so I'm going to save that for last, but here's the things I got from Goodwill. Alright, these are a pair of, my mom went to Goodwill and she sent a picture of these and asked me if I wanted them. They're just Dolce Vita, which is not a brand I usually pick up. Sometimes I will get them in certain styles. I thought these were really cute. I Google lens them, I checked the comps, and they looked pretty good. Now these did have like a blue mark on the inside, so I'll just have to note my listing, but I can probably get like, $35 for those. They're definitely like a cute, trendy style, so that's why I wanted to get them, and they were size 8. Alright, this next thing, this is not a brand I typically pick up just because I have a hard time moving it. So the brand is Lovers and Friends, which is sold on Revolve. It's also a size large, which is good. And it's like a ribbed, it has like a square, kind of sweetheart style neckline with a long sleeve. But I looked it up because of this like feather detailing at the sleeve. I know this is like a more trendier style right now. If you guys like watch TikTok, and it's like Campbell and Jet, I think. And like he calls her like Pookie. This is like something like Pookie would wear. It's interesting, but then it has a flared leg as well. It's really stretchy. So I looked it up, and some of these had sold for over $100. I'll probably list mine at $75, but I thought it was worth it, and there wasn't any available in a size large. So I was like, you know what, I will definitely grab that. I mean, the comps didn't lie, so I was like, okay. Alright, this is a brand I feel like I've found before. I just haven't really looked it up because the tag doesn't look that interesting. It's Saint & Sophia. Actually, it kind of does because it has a whole bunch of different sizes, but this was new with tags. But the reason I wanted to look it up was because it had like a, if you can't remove this, like you can't return me, which is like usually on more like expensive brands. But also I just kind of liked it. It's a double-breasted blazer, so that's a good style, timeless style. So it looks like that, pretty cute, double in this nice like cream, like sandy color. Also had the style written on it. It's called the Cambridge Blazer in Sand. It's also US size 10, and it was $5.44. So I looked it up, and some of these were selling for $75 pre-owned. So I'm hoping to get the same amount because mine's new with tags. So I don't know, I guess, but when I looked at this brand, not everything was doing that well in it. So I would just look up comps before buying this brand. And I definitely would not pick up everything in that brand. So, but that seemed to be doing okay. Alright, this was a pretty good find. I was pretty excited about these. These are Adriana Goldschmied. But this is one of my favorite styles. It's called the Mary or Mary Crop. Mary, just like the Mary Straight in general, does really well for me. I've had them 3 times. This would be the 4th, and they've sold really well every single time. So these are just a straight leg, blue jean, kind of cropped, which is good for summer. This is the front, and then the back they have, I like the color of like the logo pockets. So they have the logo pockets there, and then the leather tab. And these are a size 28. So my mom tried these on. She didn't want to keep them, but the fabric says made in Japan. It's a high-rise slim straight apparently crop. So yeah, hopefully I can get about $50 or so for these. Maybe 60. I don't know. I'll probably list them like around 65. So. Right, and then this is a brand I don't always pick up. This is Deal 1961, and this is the Patty Straight high-rise straight ankle. So they're just, again, I bet these were from the same person as the AGs, and they're just a high-rise straight ankle jean. These ones don't have very much stretch to them compared to the AGs. Alright, and then, so I usually pass on this brand these days, but these are Figs size extra small, petite. Oh gosh, okay, that's going to be a tough one to sell, but they're just the Zamora joggers. And then I got the matching top. So I really try to stick to sets in this brand now. The sets do well, extra small, but the reason this was priced as like 2 pieces, and it was only $4.89. I have 10% off, so that was, yeah. And then I got another pair of Figs. got these ones. I don't have any more sets, but these ones were new with tags, and they were $4.89. And then these black ones should do okay because black is the easy color. These ones are $4.89 for extra. Are these petites as well? No, these ones are extra small, and these ones are extra small. Okay. Then I got these blue ones, Zamora joggers. All of them are the Zamora jogger. These ones are new tags, extra small. This one I think is Caribbean blue. So, and these last ones are olive green Zamora joggers, and these ones are new tags and extra small. I think the color is called moss. So these will be easy to list. New tags obviously is going to cater toward more of an audience. And actually, I have sold figs extra small before, and there's more joggers, and they did sell fast. That was 2 years ago, and figs 2 years ago is a lot different from figs now. So I usually try to stay. Had these been pre-owned, I would have passed on them. But since they're new tags, I wanted to get them. So, but we do have like a pretty major hospital in my area, so I feel like I find figs a lot. So, but I don't know why somebody just like would buy them and just like donate them when they're with the tags. But I was like, okay, like that's just, I don't know what she was doing. And like, why is there like no tops? Like whenever I find figs and it doesn't have like the matching top or like the matching pants to it, I'm like, where's the other thing going? But when I find it in a set, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like this makes sense because you're just donating it at the same time. But like, are you gonna get like a new top or like a new pant? I don't know, but okay, cool. So hopefully, I'm not sure. Figs really also the resale depends on the color. So some like colors aren't gonna sell for as much as others, and some will sell better. I don't know. So, okay. So those are though. I'll keep you posted on those. If they don't do well, I just will probably just stay away from figs. I wish they were like a size large. If they were a size large, I feel a little bit more comfortable. But extra small is a really tough sell. All right, here are the three things from Plato's Closet. One of them already sold. I paid. Here's the tag for it. I paid $7 for it, and it is the brand House of CB London. So this is just like a little like cami like tank top. I had my mom with me this day, or else I probably would have been embarrassed to go to checkout with this. So I was happy she was there. I listed it for $75, and within a day, I got an offer for $50 on eBay. I countered at $60. They countered back at $55. So I took that, and yeah, I'm happy with the fast sale. I only paid $7 for it. So, yeah. House of CB. They did not know that brand. I only found it because it was on their like employee picked rack, so I knew it was a newer. They had just recently put it out. All right, these were part of the 70% off sale. That has since passed. I went back to the 90 sale. I actually hauled my 90% off sale already, but these were 70% off, and I wanted to get them because I just wanted to make sure they were there or I had them. This is the brand Me Plus M, which I had never heard of, but 3 days before I went to like 70% off, Jack from like Flip Thrift like said something about this brand and how it did really well, or it was really expensive. So this like doesn't, I know I had like definitely passed these by because it doesn't really look like that much of an intriguing tag to me, or like just the jeans in general. So I kind of like passed them over. Alright, I'm editing my video, and some of you are probably confused by now what I mean. I passed them by. I go to Plato's Closet about, I'd say once a month or once every 3 weeks or so, and I check the denim section every time. So these were definitely there when I had gone previous trips. So I had like just, skipped them over without thinking much about them. But they ended up being good. So, and I probably would have bought them for full price. So I'm actually glad I didn't know the brand then because I got them for a cheaper price. But I'm glad I did because these were $14 and 70% off. So there they are. And they're also size 30. I listed these at $75 and I received an offer for $50. I did counter and then they ghosted me. So hopefully I can get around $60 for those. But the comps are pretty mixed. But these are, most of them are selling over $50. And these are like a wide leg. So I feel, and a good size. So I feel like they should do pretty well. And they've gotten a good amount of attention. So yeah. Alright, the last thing I was super, super excited to find. So I saw this like Realization, like little tote bag like you get with a purchase from Realization. So I was like, okay, let me go to the dresses and see if there's like a realization dress. There was not, but I saw this. I'll show you the style first and then the brand. So, I don't know. This is like really, it's really hard to like hold up. So I'm gonna like fold it over. Okay, it's like a little, like, I mean, if you know this brand, then you know what it is by now. But tiered, I'll pull up some stock photos. So I saw that, I was like 3 dresses away from it, but I saw like the label before I got to it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So this is Love Shack Fancy, which I've never found before. I only dreamed about finding it. I found the Target collab though, but I'm pretty anti-Target collab, even though I know they can sell. So it's a size large, and it's like has like an open back, and then this is like a skirt, and then this is attached, and then it's like just like the top. So I was like, oh my gosh, no way. Let me just see how much they had it priced at. They had it priced at $18, which was such a good price. I pretty much pick up, if I saw any Love Shack Fancy piece at Goodwill, I'd probably get it. But not everything in Love, they kind of are very style dependent. It's a style dependent brand. But I looked up comps on this dress. I'll pop up stock photos, or maybe I already did. It is also lined as well. And some of these were, I listed this one at $300, and it has gotten a good amount of attention as well. So some of these were selling over $300. It looks like this is like one of like a more rare piece or sought after piece from Love Shack Fancy. It does run small, so I think it would fit like a size 8 best. So yeah, I was so excited about that. I honestly couldn't believe it. To find Love Shack Fancy in my area is like, wow. Yeah, so I was really excited about that. So Love Shack Fancy is a brand that I wanted to find, and I cannot believe I did. And for only $18, I probably would have paid like maybe $50. I don't know. I probably would. I don't know. I would have been like. Also, I also paid for everything in credits. I would have paid $50 in like credits, but I would have paid $50 like of my own money. But like credits, yeah, I got like $80. So like basically all of this was free. So great. Okay. Then here's the stuff I got at the consignment store. So they usually have 50% off clearance, like running like every time. But they had 75% off as a special, so I got like 2 bags of stuff. Nothing, most of them are shoes. I didn't get like a ton of stuff. I'm doing quality over quantity, but yeah. So these are, a lot of you probably know, these are just Sorel Joan of the Arctic wedge boots. So I didn't look these up, and the funny thing is I just saw a post from Heather, the Canary Closet, and she was like, oh, make sure to like look up Sorel, because she found like this pair of really cute Sorel boots, and the comps were like terrible, and I was like, oh, I thought those would have done well, but I know that these wedge boots do well. They might sit a while, 1, because they are a size 11, and 2, we are going out of like this like winter boot season. But they had these priced at $50, which is a pretty fair price. So I paid about $12.50 plus tax for these, which, so under $15. I thought that was a good deal. I probably would have paid $15 for them, and that's probably the highest I would have gone. But so I grabbed those, size 11. That could make them sell fast or make them sell slow, but yeah, so we'll see how these do. They have like, you know, natural distressing details. So yeah, I was happy to grab those. Alright, this next pair, this was a no-brainer pickup for me. So this is like a distressed leather booty, like wedge booty. It also has like a zipper on the inside. And if you recognize this logo, these are Bedstew, which is a brand I hardly ever find at a price to resell. Only because my mom has found them at Goodwill one time. I got them at a bag sale from this consignment store one time. And then other times they're like too priced up and people like are willing to spend that money. So yeah, Bedstew. They had these priced at $46, which I would not have paid. But I probably would have paid half off of that, like around $25 for these. But I paid 75% off of that. So I probably paid around, you know, $12 or so for these. So that was a great price. And I probably can get close to the $100 mark for those. For their Sorels, maybe 75-ish, 60, 75-ish. We'll have to see on those. So yeah, I was pretty happy about that. Alright, my last pair of shoes are these. I got these because they were cheap. This brand doesn't always sell fast for me, but it is good quality. And these are just a pair of like leather brown suede boots. And these are Paul Green. So the people that like Paul Green. These are only priced at $25, which I think is a extremely reasonable price. So, and 75% off of that is like like almost like $5. So definitely wanted to grab those for $5. All right, and then my last pair of shoes are these like little mules. These are also bed stew. So I probably maybe overpaid for these. I don't know, but they are my mom's size, so she could probably keep them. They're just like a little mule, which obviously the boots do better. They're these priced at $42. So I don't know how much is that, like, or $10 or so. So they're also size 7, but they're in really nice shape. So I definitely wanted to get those. And yeah, bed stew is like, I don't know, I feel like the quality on Fry shoes has gone down, but bed stew, like, the quality has just remained the same. So I think it's because, like, Fry is kind of like in like that like TJ Maxx now. All right, so this is a little embroidered kimono. Really, really pretty embroidered kimono. And if you are thinking, it is Johnny Was size extra large. So this was not in the sale section, but I had remember seeing this piece the last couple times I've gone. And this consignment store is about 30 minutes from where I live, one-way drive, so like almost an hour total. So it's not like one I go to very often, even though it is my favorite. But I would like to make it there often, but it's kind of a risk when I go, because if I don't find anything, then I'm out like an hour of my time just driving, and then like all that gas. So anyways, but they had this price at $75, and it expired on 11/16/23. It is 2 days, or the day before St. Patrick's Day. So this had been like obviously expired for a while, but I think sometimes with their more designer finds, they hold on to them, which is like completely fine. But they had another Johnny Was top in the sales section for $75, and that would have been 75% off. I just didn't really like the style of that one. I will pop up a picture here of it. So yeah, I didn't really like that one. So hopefully that's still there for like a bag sale or something. If not, no big deal. So this was about $18.50. So I probably paid $20 for this one. But this one, I would have paid $20 for the other one. I just don't want to pay $20 for the other one. This one, so this would have been about, but it didn't have like the red line through it. It wasn't in the sales section. So I'll show you what, yeah, okay. So you usually have like a red line through the things. So you can like obviously mark that it's like discounted like that. So they know when they're like ringing you up that the prices are discounted. Here, there's another example like that. So, but this one didn't. So I was like, hey, for the people here know that I resell, and they don't care. They're very nice. I really like them here. So I was like, hey, like, this was not in the sales section. It says expired on the tag. Like, I just wanted to know if like this was discounted or not. And she's like, since it wasn't there and it is like Johnny Was, I can give you 50% off on it. And I was like, oh, okay, that was fair. That's really fair. But I just didn't. That would have made it almost like $37, which I would not pay. But so I went to check out, and she goes, oh, did you get the Johnny Was? I was like, oh, no, I decided to put it back. And she's like, would you buy it for 75% off? And I was like, I would. And then she's like, okay, then you can take it for $75 or 75% off. So she gave it to me for 75% off, which was so nice. She did not have to do that. And so I paid about $18 for this one. I'm hoping to get like $100 or so for this one. This is a Johnny Was I am excited about. I like this like blue embroidery. So yeah, I like this one a lot better than the other one. The other one was more of like a fallish one, and that one was a good size. This is also a size extra large, if I didn't say that as well. So I really, really liked that piece as well. All right, and this might have been the best find. I paid full price for this one, but I just like could not believe it. So I saw these colors and I was like, oh my gosh, is that a Zimmerman? So I went over to it, and it ended up being, I saw Fuzi, and I was like, oh my gosh, wow. Size 48, and I was like, okay, let me check the price. They had it priced for $28, which I was like, okay, I was like, okay, that's a really fair price. Like, let me check up comps. And I was like looking at it over, I realized it was new with tags. Wow, this probably retail for like $600, $700. This is like a lower end line of Jean Paul Gaultier. I don't know really know how to pronounce that, so sorry. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, and whatever. But this is like a high-low wrap dress, and I was like, wow. So I Google Lensed it, and in this style. I could only find one. I found one model picture wearing it, but I only found one on Poshmark from Canada, and it was listed at 560 Canadian dollars. So I don't know what I'm going to list this at. A lot of them were not selling for anywhere near that. The one that was listed did have a lot of attention. I really don't know what to list this at because I don't have this exact comps. I can always just start it high and then bring down price. It is 100% silk and this amazing colors for spring. I think a size 48 is about like a size large. I need to check it. They have it marked as like a plus size dress, size 18. I don't think it's a size 18. But maybe I can like look it up. So the fact that this was only $27 is like absolutely insane. Like I said, it's a wrap dress, super pretty, vibrant colors. Like this is going to hopefully do well. So, and if I listed it at, I have to list it at like $40 if I want to make my money back like after fees. And if I listed that at 40 new tags, like it would sell within seconds. So I know I can probably get, I'm going to say I'm hoping around the $250 mark for that, which is super exciting. So between the Love Shack Fancy, the Fousey, the Johnny Was, the Bed Stew, and all the other good stuff, I'd say it was a pretty good haul. Let me know your favorite piece. Mine is either the Love Shack, this, or that. So I also do like these Bed Stew boots. And I know you can't go wrong with the Johnny Was. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know your favorite piece, and I'll see you guys in the next video.